If I had my way, the whole label of period, historically informed performance, authentic, ancient, they'd all be banned. We're now talking about orchestras who've been playing on gut strings for 30, almost 40 years. And I think the novelty is over. I think quite rightly now we are being judged not as to whether we're playing on gut strings or with natural horns, but whether we play well and whether we're a good orchestra or not. And, you know, I think for a long time it was a useful marketing strategy to say this is exactly the sound that Handel had in mind or Mozart had in mind. And now I think it's time that we just have to be judged properly against the Orpheus Chamber Orchestra, the, you know, St. Luke's, whatever, people playing on modern instruments. And of course our sound is different, but what's interesting to me is what we bring musically. I mean, in the early years, of course, there was no one to teach them. You couldn't go and study Baroque violin or natural horn. So the early pioneers of the English Concert and Academy of Ancient Music were literally picking up the instruments and going, well, what happens if we do this? Oh, that doesn't sound very nice. Well, maybe we should do that. And of course, reading Leopold Mozart and Mattheson and all these people who wrote treatises on violin playing. But even then, to try and take that from the page into actually making music was very difficult. And the early criticism of those orchestras was they didn't make a very nice, they squeaked and they didn't play in tune. And I think sometimes I listen to those recordings and I completely agree. I mean, but now when you listen to the level of playing and the kind of players that it attracts. I mean, the concertmaster of the English Concert, Nadia Zwina, I first knew when she was playing Elektra and Rosenkavalier in the Bayerische Staatsorchester, playing at the highest level as a 19-year-old in one of the world's great orchestras. And she got the bug from playing Baroque violin and she's never picked up a modern violin since. So, I mean, the old criticism that, you know, it was basically people who had no technique and couldn't play modern violin go to Baroque, that's certainly gone. And I'm working at the moment at Juilliard. It's attracted fantastic players. And fast forward 5 years, 10 years, they're going to be sensational players coming out of Juilliard, American players playing on gut strings and playing Bach and Handel. I mean, you know, we're actually seeing it happen right now.